first topic that we have for today is the success pillars for CRM. And it's really important that we highlight this because a lot of companies go into a CRM implementation thinking that the tool is going to be the answer to all of their problems. And we all know that that is not the reality. So in order for us to make CRM work, we need to make sure that we are aligning three fundamental success elements. Number one is the people. People have to be bought into a way of doing things that requires training. It requires for them to have the skills and certainly the disciplines to carry out best practices in a standardized fashion every single time. We also need to make sure that the processes are in place and understood by the people that deliver your service or your sales efforts so that you can ensure consistency in whatever methodologies you use as a corporation. We all know that there are some sales people that are fantastic, and we also know that there are customer service agents that are phenomenal. Well, what we propose is that you take what makes them fantastic and phenomenal and you make that the way that you do business. And that's what we propose when we talk about standardizing your best practices. And the technology which serves as a platform for productivity and performance. What this means is you can have the greatest people on earth and you can have great processes, but in order for you to know how they're performing against those metrics on a day in and day out basis, you need to have the right technology. It will ensure that compliance is being observed with regards to your processes. It will ensure that the metrics that you use to determine the levels of execution or performance of your people are being tracked and monitored. And it will give you much more visibility of what is happening in your commercial organizations. And when you have more visibility, that allows you to make better decisions. And when you make better decisions, that allows you to drive up your productivity levels. So this is what we call the CRM Success Pillars. There are three very simple concepts, but we understand that they have to be completely integrated into any CRM effort that your company is considering or that your company is carrying out today. I'm going to move on now into CRM as a strategy and not a technology. It's really important that we stress that CRM is about customer relationships. So in its nature, it is really an intangible. For those of you that manage marketing organizations and understand the imperatives of effective branding, you'll know that branding is not a name, it is not a logo, it is the way people feel about doing business with you. And that is really important. A brand is about how people feel when they do business with you, whether it be to acquire your product through the sales process, whether it be to respond to a marketing campaign through your marketing efforts, or whether it be to call in and register a complaint, or simply ask a question. Every time you talk to your customer, every time you write to your customer, every time you communicate to your customer, you are delivering an experience. And this experience is only as good or as bad as the expectations of your customers. So it is really important that you take that into account when you look at CRM. This is not about a technology that gives you visibility about what people are doing, or the return on investment on your marketing campaigns, or the effectiveness of your sales efforts, or the solutions to the problems that people are calling for. Sure, CRM technology does all that, but CRM as a strategy is around building better customer relationships so that when your brand comes to their minds, they say, hey, that's a company I love doing business with. It's what Nike has achieved in the sports world, is what Apple has achieved in the retail world, it's what Google has achieved in the technology world, it's what Salesforce has achieved in the CRM world. So it's really about that experience. So all processes, technology, and people aside, the first thing in your strategy is to define, what do I want my customer experience to be like? What do I want my customer to feel when he talks to my customer service agent? What do I want my customer to feel when he's courted through our marketing campaigns? What do I want my customer to feel when he's working with my sales team? So as management, we must ask ourselves, do our marketing efforts generate viable new prospects, delivering the experience that we want? Does our sales engagement generate more sales while still delivering the experience that we want? And does our customer service engagement retain more customers? So again, marketing is about demand generation. It's about getting more people interested in your products and services. Your sales engagement is about the effectiveness of having your people close more business. And your customer service efforts is about delivering a holistic experience that wants to make your customer stay with you or do more business with you. So again, this is the concept behind CRM as a strategy and not just as a technology. Obviously, the technology should be enabling you to achieve these things, but not the other way around. So the answers to these questions dictate the action. In other words, now that I know what I need to do to have the CRM experience in sales, marketing, and customer service, what do I need to do with my people? What are the skills they need? What are the behaviors that they need to adopt? And what are the disciplines that are required to do the job right? If we take that to the next pillar, we say, what are our best practices? Who is doing it in a way that's creating that wow experience? And what is it that they do? And how do I convert that into my process and not the exception? And again, technology should be able to enable your visibility as to how well or how poorly you're doing against A, the experience that you want to deliver, B, the metrics that are expected of your people. So in our next slides, we're going to focus about driving the right sales activities, qualifying the leads or prospects, managing the sales pipeline, and embedding your sales strategy into your CRM.